So, good afternoon, sir. So, we're here now to interview you because we know that you are a local fitness figure. Yeah. So, you are a fitness influencer. So, we're here, sir, as a group to interview you for today. So, first, I'm going to ask you about the background and personal journey. So, first, can you tell us about your background and how you become involved in fitness or in wellness?
First of all, I want to introduce myself too. I'm Emil Gunawa, owner and head choreographer of iDance, which we represent the Kalinga, Tabuk, specifically like that. And
Can you tell us about your background and how you became involved in fitness or in wellness?
actually, nag-start ako magsayaw, bata pa na ako, in the influence of my brother. Tapos, nung pumunta na ako sa Maynila, nag-evolve siya kasi naging dance troupe ako nung university namin. Tapos, nung umuwi ako dito sa Tabuk again, bumuo ako ng grupo ng actually Sebeya muna, Sebeya siya, department of Sebeya. Tapos, nanalo kami ng intrams, nag-evolve hanggang ginawa ko siyang outside group.
So, sir, let's proceed to the next question. What inspired you to start leading fitness activity in your community?
Yun nga, yung grupo sana, yung pagtuturo ko ng sayaw is for school purposes only. Tapos, nung parang naisipan namin na ilabas yung grupo, nag-recruit na kami ng mga gustong matutong sumayaw dito sa outside, like kahit hindi na talaga PSU, gano'n. Hanggang sa nagre-recruit na rin kami or nagpapadance class kami ng mga bata na rin para mahasa yung skill nila sa
Okay, so let's continue. Next question to fitness philosophy. The next question says, how would you describe your approach to fitness or
To be honest, I don't know, just parang naturally na lang na nagustuhan ko siya, parang gano'n. Next question.
Next question. So, what type of activities do you do?
Ayun nga, yung sa introduction ko, isa akong dancer, nagtuturo ako ng specifically hip-hop siya. Dance.
Okay, so another question is how do you adapt your sessions for different age groups or fitness levels?
As a head choreographer naman, hindi naman ako namimili ng estudyante dati. Basta kung kung sino yung mga willing talaga siyang matuto. May mga tinuturuan niya kami mga bata dati. As in mga 8 years old, 9 years old. Kasi in-open na namin siya for dance classing. Hindi na siya parang pang competition.
Okay, sir, so about naman to sa community impact. So, what changes have you observed in your community since starting your fitness?
May na-observe lang ako nung parang nagpa-audition na kami. Dumadami na yung parang na-influence namin na sumali kahit hindi naman siya ganun masyado kagaling. Kasi kami na grupo nun, yung iDance is we're competing outside Tabuk, ganun kami dati. Tapos, nung inopen namin siya ng audition dito, nakikita nila yung mga accomplishment ng grupo. Kaya parang yung mga beginners ganun gusto na talaga sumali sa amin. Yung aggressive nila na matuto sumayaw siguro.
Okay, sir, so next is how do you encourage participation, especially among those who are shy or inactive?
Kinakausap lang namin sila, parang if you want to become a dancer, you need to have confident. Kasi performer ka eh. Nasa talagang ikaw yung magpo-perform din. Kaya inaano lang namin, dine-develop namin yung self-confidence.
So, sir, do you collaborate with schools, barangay, or LGUs? If so, how?
tinatawagan kami para mag-intermission, ganun siguro. Yun lang naman. Intermissions. Tapos pag kami naman yung lalabas na magka-compete sa ibang lugar like Tugigaraw, Tiague, Fugao, mga ganun. Nagpapatulong kami sa mga LGUs. Yun lang siguro.
Sir, in media and influence, do you use social media to promote your activities? Why or why not?
Yung activities, hindi kami nag-online class. Pero yung posting of dance classes, schedules, like yun lang yung pinapost namin. Pero hindi kami nagpo-post ng mga online advices or online classes na dance classes.
What do you think about the influence of online fitness personalities on local wellness?
Ayun nga, yung sagot ko sa una, hindi namin ginagamit ang online para makapag-dance class. Ginagamit lang namin yung social media like Facebook ganun to promote the dance class, actual na dance class, like schedules.
How do you ensure your advice is safe, credible, and culturally appropriate?
Sure naman ako na yung mga tinuturo ko is like safe kasi as long na remember ko is I've been teaching dance for 15 years. 15 years naman. And pag-international na rin ako, na-adapt ko na rin yung choreographers, mga professional choreographers for other countries. Yun. Kaya sure naman ako.
So for challenges and visions, sir, the first question is, what challenges do you face as a local fitness leader?
For now, schedule. Siguro skip. Yung schedule ko ngayon kasi is parang conflicts na. Kaya medyo nahihirapan ako maghanap ng schedules for mga classes. Dance classes.
So next, what support or resources would you help you expand your impact?
Siguro yung ina-expand ko lang naman kasi is yung grupo because time to time kasi siya nagbabago siya ng generation kasi meron yung nag-work na ganun tapos kumakalas sa grupo. Siguro auditions ganun. Hanggang ngayon naman madaming nag-audition talaga. So nag-chinachat nila yung ano namin, yung page namin like paano po miki-join dito. Sila naman mismo yung parang pumalapit sa amin.
So last, sir, what is your vision for health and wellness in Kalinga over the next 5 years?
Siguro yung influence of sa mga kabataan. Kasi through influence of dancing kasi pwede mong hindi lang naman kasi pagsasayo yung I'm giving advices ko. Like yung pag-iiwas sa mga bisyo, mga ganun. Yun siguro sa mga kabataan yung namin to develop their mental ganun.
So again, sir, we're so very thankful kasi ikaw po yung nakuha namin na ma-interview for today. And po, sir, thank you so much.